time to save America, right? Well, we got all these kids up here for a reason, because this is why we're doing this. We're doing this for the next generation. We're not doing this for me. Trust me, the most expensive thing I've ever done is run for office. I used to think it was airplanes was an expensive hobby, but I'll tell you, this is much worse. But we're doing it for the kids, because we cannot hand our children a bankrupt nation. We cannot hand them a nation that no longer loves itself. We cannot hand them a nation with a wide open border on the precipice of World War III. We have to hand them a strong America. We have to hand them America they can have hope in. We have to hand them America that they can be proud of. And that's why we're doing this. Clearly, Wally does not agree. Listen, most of you heard me speak before, so I won't take too much of your time tonight. This is meant to be a fun party. First of all, this is not a victory celebration. All right, this is a solemn moment. We have a lot of work to do to save this country. We have not won anything. Okay, what we've shown is we're one step closer to saving this country. It's going to take, when I win in November, when I'm not going to fix America on January 20th. I can promise you that. It's going to be a long road to get this country back to where it needs to be. So let's not celebrate yet. You know, we had an old adage in the teams, go on the mission. Don't plan on what you're going to eat when you get back from the mission until you're back from the mission. Because that's how you jinx yourself right out the gate. We've got a lot of work to do in the next 6 months, but most importantly, we have a lot of work to do in the next 10 years. Because that's how long it's going to take to solve these problems in our country. As you guys probably know, I served overseas, so did my wife Carmen. We both volunteered to serve this country when we were 18 years old, and we knew when we joined. My parents who are here, thank God, they've been great parents and raised me well. I owe everything to them. Yeah, please give them a hand. Brother Matt, who's not here, my older brother, he was the consummate older brother, shepherding me through life, making sure I didn't screw up too bad. But we knew when we raised our hand we were going into combat. There was no question after 9/11 that when we joined and put the uniform on, we were going to war. And there was a chance we weren't coming home. And we fought for a country that we believed in. We fought for a country that had been attacked in the deadliest attack in our nation's history. And it was a call to serve. It really was. And we served hard. We fought hard. I had so many friends not come home. I carried some of them home in boxes. Some of them came home in pieces. And that gives you a weight of what the responsibility is as Americans. Not just those who serve, but every single American who calls themselves a citizen. You have a responsibility in this country. We're a constitutional republic. And that means every single citizen has a responsibility to show up. Every single citizen, whether you're in the military or you're a cop or not, you have a responsibility to your community to serve that community. And sometimes that service means going to work every day. And sometimes that service means showing up and vote. And right now, the greatest threat to America is not China or Russia or fentanyl, it's apathy. It's the fact that most Americans no longer care. They just think we're so far gone it doesn't matter anymore. And I refuse to take that. I refuse to accept that. We're going to save this country. As you and your friends know, the airwaves have been filled with ads. From our side, what have the ads been about? They've been about this country. They've been about our service. They've been about how we're going to make this country a better place. And the other side's ads, what have they been about? Negativity, character assassination, smear attacks. And there's one reason for that. It's because they see the same numbers we do. That when we talk about the issues, when we talk about what's going on in this country, it's overwhelming. Americans want one thing back in their life. They want common sense back. They want common sense from their government. They're tired of seeing illegal aliens getting more money than veterans. They're tired of seeing homeless veterans kill themselves in the street while we are paying for free housing, free health care, free transportation, and free clothing for illegal immigrants. Yes. Because they want common sense. We want immigrants here. We want them to come here. We want them to come here legally and the right way. They're tired of seeing us send trillions of dollars around the world. Right now, we're sending about $40 million a week to the Taliban. We're sending billions of dollars a year to Iran. These countries want us dead. They want us dead. And meanwhile, we have Americans who can't make ends meet. They can't fill their gas tank. They can't afford their groceries. They can't afford the homes that they live in here in our own state of Montana. And meanwhile, we say we have enough money to send trillions around the world. That's unacceptable. That's not common sense either. It's about time we bring common sense back. And how we've worked this campaign in the last 11 months, can't believe it's been that long, but 11 months, we've been to all 56 counties. And every town we go to the VFW hall. We go to the bar, we go to the diner, and we talk to people. And most importantly, I listen to people. That's what good leaders do, they listen. What I've heard is, honestly, Republican and Democrat, no one really cares anymore. They just want common sense back, and they want their government to work for them. They want the people that they pay to go to DC to work for them. It's that simple. And they want the following things. They want common sense. They want a secure border, safe streets, cheap gas, cops are good, criminals are bad, boys are boys, girls are girls. I love this country. I fought for it. I love the ruckus of little kids around us because that's how I live every single day. And that's what this country was built on. You know, people forget the founding fathers, when they signed that document, the Declaration of Independence, they were 33. Aaron Burr was 20. They were 19 years old. These were young men realizing that they had to strike out and create a new idea. They had to take a huge risk to establish the greatest experiment in history of mankind, and that's the United States of America. And right now that experiment is at risk, and it's going to take every single one of you to talk to 10 people, talk to 20 people. At this point, I don't need your money anymore. I don't want your money. I need your effort. I need you to talk to people. I need you to remind people that we need to care about what happens this fall. We need to care about the future of America. I've seen friends die in combat. Lee Digman, a military friend of mine here, him and I carried a friend off a plane in Dover and handed him to his family in a box. We brought him home, but we handed him to his family. Millions of young men and women have died to protect your right to vote and your right to choose your leadership. And this fall, we are at a crossroads as a nation. From the presidential ticket on down, we have to take seriously the responsibility we have to select the leaders of this country. I'm asking you to talk to your friends, talk to your family, make sure they understand the issues. Don't listen to $200 million of George Soros funded fake TV ads. Look at the issues, look at the people, and realize that we have to save this country. This fall is the real job. Today, we're celebrating, but it's not a victory. This is one more step to how we're going to save this country. I appreciate your support. I want to thank every single one of you. Many of you have been here since day one, since I announced last year when most of Montana said, who the hell's Tim Sheehy? You know, I think we had 4% name ID, and 1% was because all of my employees and family knew who I was. And the rest was because there's a judge in Missoula named Sheehy, and they thought that's who it was. But since then, we've earned it hard. We've driven all over the state, like I said, all the counties, and we've talked to people. We've made sure they understand our message of how we're going to save this country. I want to thank those of you who've been here since day one. I want to thank all of you here tonight. It's going to be a long road ahead. This is going to be the most expensive race in American history per vote. They're going to dump $200 million in the state to stop us from winning this election. We're not going to let that happen. We have to save America. Thanks for your support.